Is there a point where you don't think computer scientists need to focus on ethics in computing? So as I mentioned previously, is there a saturation point for understanding ethics? And is that saturation point the same frequency with which someone should engage in ethical computing? The two can be very different. One is an understanding and one is actually applying that understanding within a context that is real world. Let's make this even more concrete. So rather than just focusing on ethics, let's think about this in relation to accessibility or equity. At what point is there a saturation point where students understand how to write accessible and equitable programs, but should that understanding stop in terms of the application of that understanding? I would argue no, but maybe you disagree with me on that, and that's okay. I'm curious what your perspective would be. So if we take that same rationale, that same understanding of, yes, we've reached an understanding of what ethics is and how to use it within computing, but should we stop utilizing that in the programs that we create or the products that we design? Especially when we think about the assumptions kind of like embedded within studies like these. So yes, there is an increase in terms of like the baseline, or like the control group that did not receive any kind of treatment, did not do any kind of ethical training, or etc. So while the group that did receive that treatment had an increase in self-efficacy and attitudes, at what point is that enough of an increase? So like let's take it away from like a discussion on ethics. So if like on a scale from 0 to 100, somebody is like 90% racist, and we engaged in some kind of a module that helped them to be only 80% racist, is that enough? If we found that a second module only got them to 78% racist, should we stop at the first module? Because, well, there wasn't enough of a decrease in the amount of racism of the students who participated. And again, this is not a critique of the authors or anything. I enjoyed reading through this paper, and I think it's very important questions to explore. I'm just posing some questions to the field that we can't just look at the increases or decreases and go, well, we've reached the saturation point with this, like it's going to have some diminishing returns. What we really need to think about is, okay, but what is the impact that we want to actually have on the students that we work with and the field and, the people who use the products and things that are designed by computer scientists?